Hello, and welcome back to another Ruffa Sports Cards video. In today's video, I actually have some POV of me searching through some value bins here. This is one of my more favorite dealers at the card shows he sets up at and all that. I always try to scavenge and see any deals and cards I think I can potentially try to make money on. Honestly, a lot of the most recent deals I've done with him seem to be kind of like extra profit for me. So sometimes I might not sell a card that I bought from him because I might be higher on value than what I think I can get on Whatnot for it. Currently, I have kind of a little cold here, so some of this stuff during this video, some of the audio during this video might be a little weird or hard to listen to when I'm talking, but nonetheless. So if you saw that first pile, I think that first pile was cards I was okay with the sticker price. The second pile was cards I think I would be kind of, pushing it sticker wise, because this vendor, he usually typically does about 75% of sticker for me, and that's even on the value bins. And it's honestly, you'll see I grab more dollar cards out than I do the other cards. Like Des Bryant here, this is numbered black, numbered to like 54 or so. Color match for the Cowboys a little bit. At least that jersey, it does kind of look like it. I don't think it is, but numbered tops low. Des Bryant, underrated wide receiver, I think, of our time. I'm going to try to take a chance at that $4 sticker price range. Some of these cards I really like. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I think, sticker-wise, and for me to make a money and also utilize and maximize my dollar potential, it might not make sense for me to grab them. I probably could have grabbed that. I think it was a Vince Wilfork. I might have in the end, but at the end of this deal, I kind of put some stuff aside I was too low on, and he was too high on, and I ended up doing a deal for about, I would say, 3/4 of the cards I pick out, but still fun to look through nonetheless and to watch. And this is some of my only and more unique and wide variety of cards I can look through with using the POV. Honestly, a lot of the time I don't use the POV as much as I should. It's a lot for me to actually to balance the aspect of recording and sourcing inventory. A lot of the money I make is from sourcing inventory and not from YouTube content. So where I might end up, having some people comment every now and then that I'm a fake influencer, I might pop up a screenshot up here. I think it would be really amazing if someone could actually buy the sheer quantity and quality of cards I do over time and just collect them simply. I do not have the fun to do that. I buy and sell every single one of these cards. There is very minimal cards I will never sell, and even then, eventually I will sell those cards. I'm not going to keep them when I'm 95, and maybe one or two, but really those ones just aren't super ones that are valuable anyways. But the Marshawn Lynch there, that was numbered rookie. I'm going to keep that for the PC. There's a lot of cards here. That right pile, I probably do end up looking through and putting back. Honestly, I could have probably taken a chance. It's just, every now and then I might second guess myself on what I should grab. Like, there was a Bill Belichick in there. Brock Bowers, I think I even put back, to be honest. I should have probably just grabbed it for the PC, but again, it's difficult to grab PC items because of the sheer amount of dollars that if you put into a PC and you end up stashing away or at least collecting for a long period of time, the more dollars you then take away from your capital pool. And also, typically I would record these voiceover and audio clips and all that via CapCut and all that. This is a new editing software. The government kind of disabled or removed the... that Joe Montana was really cool. I think that was Joe Montana making a call on the sideline there. He has some stories about him calling his wife each game when he was a player and all that. But honestly, a lot of this stuff Just if I put it in the front pile closest to me, it means I'm gonna grab it out for sure. If I put it in the back pile, it means I'm alone. I take a chance maybe if I can talk them down a little bit more. It's just very difficult to pay that 75% of sticker for me personally. Like this is a Peyton Manning numbered to like $9.99 or something like that. I think I ended up putting back. I'm gonna have a total video of my pickups and all that to go over here. It's probably going to be the next video you guys see, is my guess. I still have to record it personally, but it will be rather a quick one. It won't take me super ton of time to do and all that. But also, let me finish what I was going over there, was the CapCut, my editing software, got banned by the US government, and I do end up needing some of that to actually make my audio better. The CapCut platform has some very good audio software and editing services provided when I had their premium service. I ended up deleting it, and I'm not able to get it back. I ended up putting some of these Kurt Warner cards I really like to grab from him. He's the outlet I grab a lot of my Kurt Warner stuff from. Honestly, I don't think I've seen many as cool Kurt Warner cards in their value bins relative to this dealer. This dealer has a ton of them always, or at least when I've been looking through. I'm sure that'll eventually end. And yeah, so some of this stuff I end up trying to see if I can take a chance on. I ended up putting all those back probably. They're high numbered stuff. Sometimes I really like to grab them. I've realized there's a different outlet I can grab those on for cheaper than what he has them priced at, and by a good bit, so I don't really grab them anymore. But Tony Gonzalez, there was some Tyrann Mathieu refractors, top chrome rookies in there too. I'm sure some of these ones, potential rookies, I just end up probably not grabbing them fully. It's hard. It's really difficult with that 75% in mind for me to take a lot of chances on just random stuff. So where I should have grabbed some cards, I might not on some other cards. If there's like cards and players that I don't find much in value bins, I'm going to grab them more leniently than I would certain cards and certain players. Like this Chad Ochocinco-Johnson, really cool card. I don't think I grab it. I might. I do, I guess. So actually, I might end up, I know eventually here I start to just kind of put them all in one pile and then figure I'm going to pick and choose as I go. All these gold medallion edition die cuts at $1 a piece. I'm getting them pretty much for 75 cents per. I'm only losing at $1 sticker at 75 cents per, or 75% per value-wise. Only really losing 25-30 cents per card, depending on how the deal works out. So I'm more lenient to grab the dollar cards than I am a $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 sticker, etc. All those price points. Where I really would love to grab as many as possible. I would grab I'd grab all of these cards if I, could see fathomable. But for me, at 75% sticker, it just doesn't make sense to grab every single card. And that's just, that's okay. That's just what happens. I learned and all that. If this is a game used, I'm going to grab it for sure. It's probably event worn, dual relic, numbered. So I don't grab it in my for sure pile. So we'll see. Like some of these cards I wanted to look up and all that. I did look up some of them and realized that the common majority I'd probably be off on value-wise. I ended up putting that gold autograph into my pile I'm more certain about, so we'll see. I don't remember who it is. It could be like Donald Driver even. I think it might be Donald Driver. I could be wrong there, but at the end of this deal also, all these Kurt Warners you see that I'm grabbing and putting aside, he actually ended up putting them in a pile and then calculating the Kurt Warner stack for me that I was not so hot on. And he ended up doing a better deal on the Kurt Warner stuff for me comparative to just the extra random stuff. So the extra random stuff was where we were off the most on. And ended up doing a deal for all the stuff that I thought I could, make money on, and then the Kurt Warners too. So it's okay to not get a deal done for everything. That's what I'm realizing more and more. There's a lot more cards popping up for me. I have a lot of backlogged inventory, a lot of content I need to record to still, and all that. And this is kind of just me and you time. Enjoy the card dealer POV looking through. This is the first day, Friday, of a free 3-day card show. Wasn't a super wild ton of value bins at this show, so I was kind of taking my time, enjoying recording for you guys, and hopefully, get a really nice deal done. I also didn't have to end up going back to my hotel a ton. I think one of the biggest things for me is to kind of, with some of this stuff, is to try to put more stuff directly on eBay or direct sales or my value bins, potential grade candidates, a whole bunch of other different routes than just offload it on Whatnot. Because the big thing for me now, especially, I'm talking about this after the Whatnot situation that has happened with backyard breaks and all that, but the big thing for me is not to rely solely on one platform. Obviously, it would just be a different avenue or outlet of selling for me than Whatnot. Whatnot's just really easy because I don't have to list a whole bunch of cars. I just have to get them ready, prepped, send out, and I'm good to go. A ton of support has been happening on Whatnot and all that, but a lot of the time, if you just solely stick to one thing, could potentially go bad in the long run. All these rookies here, there's like Eric Berry, Sean Alexander, literally big name rookies, just random sets here. So I think I might have accidentally put them in the wrong pile. Yeah, I did put them in the wrong pile here, so I grabbed them out. I contemplated putting the Brock Bowers in there. It was just $3 for a Don Russ rated rookie. I knew the red press proofs and all that were going for about $5 themselves. So would I rather have a red press proof for a little bit more, or a Don Russ rated rookie base for the money I could use on a better card of his? Probably gonna go the other route and go the better card, at least personally right now, especially when having to pay up 75%. If I could have got all of these cards down to 60%, like I normally do, especially with the quantity and the consistency I pick up cards at, trust me, I'm grabbing a lot of these cards, not even asking. 60%, boom, 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 boom. My piles are going huge, and that would be something that I would suggest for any person. If you're going to be a vendor or, a card shop or anywhere really that sells cards, is if you're going to have somebody like me who's going to pick out, thousands and thousands and thousands of cards at the right price on a consistent basis, maybe be a little more lenient than, say, the common majority of people. Obviously, I'd love for, I was just meaning if you're going to be firm at 75%, I've spent probably a good couple $1,000s with this particular vendor. I still know at the end of it, I'm still going to have to pay around 75% sticker for all these cards that I'm grabbing out. So I'm not going to grab out a $1 Sage autograph I probably will get $1 for and get 55 cents and lose 30 cents on. It's just not feasible for me. If it was 60% of comps, I'm only going to lose 10 cents. Sure, why not? I'll take a chance there. Whereas, a lot of this stuff, I'm contemplating it, it's 75% of the sticker, that's still paying up and paying strong, especially for low-end value bin cards. Obviously, it depends on, how very good of deals you're giving in your value bins and all that. A lot of this stuff is, probably priced at around or above market value. So there's no real, you're not getting $1 card for, you're not spending $1 and getting a $50 card. A lot of this stuff is pretty much marked pretty much at, if not above comp, or at or above what retail price should be for these cards. Hurston Smith Gold here, tops, numbered till the year, usually. It's a dollar card. I don't think I can get more than $1 for it, potentially. I think I ended up putting it back in that negotiation at the end. A lot of these Tom Brady's, again, I'd probably grab out if I could get them down lower than 75%. I'm just going to pass on Tom Brady at $1.50 per. A lot of the time, I would be lucky to get $1.50 per on average back, especially for just random year Tom Brady cards. If they were all $1.75, sure, I might take more and more chances on Tom Brady's at that price point. Preferably like third year and earlier Tom Brady cards. Like this MVP Kurt Warner. I would think I might have contemplated it there. I ended up probably getting it within that end deal there where he threw in the Kurt Warner's for like $65 or so. So there's this Redskins patch for $15. I think I had to put that one back, potentially. I know I have a person who really loves the Redskins and the Commanders and all that and the Washington football team, but a lot of which it's just, if I'm going to pay over comp, I don't want to have to sell over comp. Obviously, sometimes it might happen. Sometimes I might be high on a card. Sometimes yada, yada, yada. But in terms of $1 to $10 cards, it's just really difficult to end up, especially, I guess that was a $15 card. But if you're going to lose a whole bunch of money, like paying, let's just say, $3, the $3 sticker, you get $2.25 or $2.10 there per card at $3 sticker. It has to be a pretty decent card in order to make your money back in the long run, especially grabbing out 1,000 cards of those. It was just a really cool card, that money one. I don't think I ended up being able to do anything for it. It would have been cool. Probably would have done well and whatnot, to be honest. Honestly, now with the question mark in the air regarding whatnot as a platform and all that, we'll see what the outlook looks like for selling on there and all that. Obviously, I'm not connected to them in any way, so that is one of the perks and the benefits of not having like a contractual agreement with a platform. I don't have to, bite my tongue or not say anything if they're doing anything wrong, or I don't have to, stream on that platform if, let's just say, Drip Shop Live or something like that, or some of the other ones, Loop, or, I don't have to not say their names in a video too, right, and all that. If they were to actually implement a envelope service, that would be the big thing for me. It's where a lot of my money is made, is the envelope service, and or offer me, a deal to go and stream on their platform. A lot of these are old school cards, so someone like me who is more of like a super modern guy, I'm gonna miss out on some things that I probably should grab on or grab out and take chances on, where I might not, where if I knew my stuff, I would probably be like, yep, grab, all that. I think that's a numbered Brian Urlacher. These Patrick Peterson, I did end up grabbing its jersey number. Hopefully that does well. This is $15 sticker, select, numbered, like 49 or something, 99, something like that. Jersey number. Larry Fitz, just an old school throwback numbered card. Patrick Willis, I did end up grabbing on card autograph there. Probably end up putting it probably above last comp. Richard Seymour, I ended up grabbing. I think that's my first Richard Seymour autograph. Hopefully I ended up grabbing it in this deal. I think I did, probably. That's my hope. Richard Seymour is my dad's favorite Raider when I was growing up and all that. But you can see I started kind of like contemplating some of these cards here and there. Like I just kind of mass put Kurt Warner stuff. It's just $15 sticker Kurt Warner. If it sells for $5, that's a big difference in your bankroll situation, where someone like me working with a limited amount of capital is very, very, very critical that you don't spend $10 plus and get $2 back. and do that, multiple times in deals and all that. It's really one of those things where you have to make sure that you choose your battles wisely in these value bins. I did put that Richard Seymour in my for sure pile at that sticker price, so glad I did. $7.50 for a Richard Seymour autograph. Sign me up pretty much every day of the week that I'm breathing, if possible. The big thing for me is like this. There's like I think this is Brian Cushing's. Like, I took a chance to see if that's worth anything or not, or I looked it up. Honestly, I think last it was like $4, $3 or something like that, $5. So would have lost money. One of the key factors of why I put a lot of things back. That's probably a gold Bowman card of Michael Vick. I just don't think Michael Vick has the most wild market at all. Really, it's truly one of those things like rookie Tony Gonzalez for $2. Probably would have grabbed it if it was $1. $2 for random playoff insert. Not gonna grab it personally. A lot of the time, if I run like old school stuff, I don't really end up getting it. My money back even for it. That's just a cool Murray Jones-Drew silver insert. Put it back. It looks like. Just not gonna spend 75 cents on a card. I know I'm probably gonna get 55 cents if I'm lucky. That's the main thing for me. And also, I'm buying a lot of bulk collections out. So for me, where I might have used to spend, $1, grab out $1, $2, $5 sticker, I know I could potentially end up getting some of these cards in that, very, very cheap wise. This Andrew Luck's jersey number, 12 of 15. I did try to take a chance on it. It's just, I didn't think his market would be so wild. Especially, I think that I probably had a $15 sticker on it. But we didn't end up getting a deal done for that card, I'm pretty sure. But would have been cool too. Just like $10 random Bowman refractor numbered autograph there. Not really the biggest. Like, this one is I think this is like Coles, I don't know, I could be wrong. I did look that one up and it was too high, I think, or potentially I might have broke even or cutting it very close or something, and I ended up being able to do something for it. I'm not too sure, but there was some very, very close calls on the deal and all that, and that could be one of them. The really nice thing about now actually, being able to show my face in videos, I can do these vendor POV videos that people do and all that. Honestly, I honestly kind of contemplated today even just switching this channel over to more or less a better quality of content. Although I love my quality of content, to be honest. This is stuff that even I watch. I rewatch it, and I love enjoying myself while editing. It's kind of like somewhat my own sports card fix. Good little bit. Technically, I started watching more T-Reich, Trike cards, and then there's some other people too. Cards HQ I like to watch every now and then. Background noise is a lot for me. That's really where I think YouTube content is for me. I don't like sit down, enjoy YouTube videos as much as I did or do anymore. Vince Wilfork, that's a rookie. Probably take a chance on it at $1. I think I just decide to. $1, again, if you're going to lose 30 cents on it, you do that 100 times. That's only $30. You probably win more than you do lose in the long run at that price point. Really cool Kurt Warner card there. Refractor Larry Fitzgerald. I don't think it's numbered, so I'm not going to grab it. If it was numbered, I probably would take a chance there. There's some really ones I've really contemplated. Just a whole bunch of Kurt Warner. I'm going to grab Kurt Warner numbered stuff. Very rare stuff. I know on Whatnot, people really loved when I had Kurt Warner. I honestly have, even before I did this deal, I had a little stash of him away. I'm going to offload those, obviously. It's just I have so much inventory right now that I can't sell possibly all of it, and it is good to have a little backlog of inventory for, say, emergency purposes and all that. The those are really cool Topps Super Bowl numbered cards. I think I probably put them in the pile that I just probably couldn't make money on. All that. Again, I really like cards, but the big point of it for me is to end up making money. Steve Smith, Topps Finest Refractor, numbered for $4. I probably could have took a chance on that guy. And it might have been more, or it might not have been numbered, but still probably could have took a chance. Some of these cards, you know, it really is one of those things. Like, I pick out all the ones of the Kurt Warners that made sense to me also. The big thing, or I think all of these ones were ones I wanted to look up for sure, that I'm putting aside right here. So I just figured, and I was okay with all the other stickers, so it looks like totally fine with me. Peyton Manning numbered with the Super Bowl designation there too. I think that's potentially a game used Peyton Manning here. Typically when I find those yard markers, relics from like old school sets, they are game used, so I think that would be. I'm going to go over every single pickup, and probably the next video is my guess for you guys. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need to record still. Honestly, there's a Com C video that I have. I have a collection buyout. I haven't recorded a video. I have another collection buyout, and then I have another collection from one of those people that sold me those ones, hopefully coming in. Technically, that's taken me... it's been a week since the last update on that package now, so we'll see what happens with that one. I'm a little worried, starting a little worry a bit. I have no idea what that parallel is. It's probably super rare, and I probably should have took a chance on it. I might have, just not sure at all. A lot of the stuff, again, I just feel like I'm cutting it close at 75% a sticker, although he does think, you know, in his mind, you know, everything is probably, if not, you know, close to that value. It's, you know, let's just say every single card was indeed that value. If I got 75%, I had to pay, I'm going to be paid out about that 75 to 85 if I'm lucky. I think it's more or less close to 80% is the max on stuff under $20. I think $20, I'm actually, if it's a $20 card, I'm making 75% myself. So to pay up and pay the entire of what I would be getting back out of a purchase is very difficult to do for a business. Now, obviously, if I had my own shop, yada, 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 if I had reduced fees, let's just say, all I was paying was 4% for PayPal fees. It's like 3.25%. And then like a stamp or something like that. And I wasn't doing, you know, yada, yada, yada. The big thing is that I just lose money after buying some of these cards, even if it's a fair price, sticker-wise or accurate to market. It just, you don't actually end up getting that entire market value. When you do sell a card, you get about that 75 to 85 if you're lucky. I don't even think 85 is standard for anything under $20, to be honest. But again, the big thing is your outlet of selling. If I had a card shop, sure, I'd be willing to take more chances and, you know, fill up my own value bins and just buy everything if it was last comp at a certain price point. And especially the just sheer quality and quantity of and consistency of deals this vendor can potentially provide. But it's where, you know, I have to consider my own avenues of selling. So if I was a collector too, sign me up. I mean, 75% is a very, very amazing discount on the bargain bins at certain rates. Just a really cool Kurt Warner. I probably could have took a chance there with that, like, Pandora almost. I think one day I might end up just releasing unedited footage and videos of me just looking through value bins, maybe packaging up orders, receiving orders, a whole bunch of other things that I might just not talk through and all that. Just have it be a cool little video Just no talking and all that too. A lot of these cards, I would love to take chances on. It's just, again, paying super strong for them. Or, if it is a $2 card and paying 75 cents for it, and then ended up, let's just say you get a $2 card, you pay $1.50, $1.60. However the math works out, if depending on what percentage you get the deal down to. Now, if I was to, probably be starting off, I would be more more strict on the stuff I would grab out of this 75%, at a 75% rate. Honestly, those I think Pacific Prism cards actually do pretty well for me on eBay, where I'm kind of willing to take a chance at $1 sticker and just have an eBay card inventory. I'm kind of stashing some of those away more and more. Again, that's a Peyton Manning numbered card. I do take a chance on that one and see if we can get something done, or if I feel like it's, right price point. It's just a really cool, I think that was Michael Vick even, on like the Bowman Heritage Chrome Refractor there or something like that. If I was selling on eBay and I was okay with like waiting and potentially holding out on some of these cards in this inventory to then sell for maybe higher than what last sales have been, that could be also a potential route. Some of these cards are rare, some of these cards are sought after, some of these cards are desirable. It's just in terms of what some people realize are actual cards people are looking for or not, especially on Whatnot, considering I sell cards 10 seconds sudden death, usually pretty much all I do. So people literally have 10 seconds from the start of the auction till the end of the auction to actually purchase a card or not. The Cooper DeJean, I think that was numbered to like 65 or so. I probably ended up grabbing it, I hope. Who knows? I have no idea. The biggest thing is, technically I do know it because I have the cards, obviously, but Michael Penix, like a Sunburst Hollow, I didn't grab it. I probably could have tried to take a chance again if it was like $1 or $2, $1 for sure grabbing it, a $2 probably taking a chance, $3 cutting it very close. Sometimes putting cards back, you can save yourself a good bit of money, although I probably potentially also lost myself some profit putting some of these cards back too. That's okay too. I got a ton of cards, and I had a ton of cards coming on their way to me and all that, so really hoping that deal ends up popping up and does being delivered to me. So we'll see what the rundown is, and hopefully it ends up being delivered. I'm also contemplating potentially making my own website here in the near future or sometime. Not sure what the estimated timetable would be for something like that, but the biggest thing for me would be what to offer on a website like that. Just a really cool Jerry Rice card. I probably could have took a chance on it at $1, I think it was, but this Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, probably underpriced at $2. Not sure what the last comps are, but I think I sold one of those for like near double digits, if not double digits, when I sold those. Gonna grab Charles Woodson. I'm gonna grab pretty much any Charles Woodson I think is a adequate price point for him. A whole bunch of cards that I'm gonna grab, but again, what type of stuff would you be interested in looking at on my website, or potential, different things I could offer on there? The Charles Woodson there is really cool. Some really cool stuff, especially if I was a 49ers fan, like this Vernon Davis. Thought about getting it for my own value bin, just pretty difficult. I think I did put it in the pile. Let's see if ended up actually buying it or not. I haven't sold a single card of this purchase or not yet. So the big thing for me was I had a trip here next week to Las Vegas, and I wanted to obviously get as many cards as I could, but I thought some of the card shops out there would then be something that I could spend some money at, and they ended up not being as good as I thought they were. The big thing when looking through the value bins is you kind of pick up on a feel of what something's potentially worth or what cards potentially could be something super sneaky. Sometimes, your guess might be off. Sometimes you might be spot on with your guess. But really just refining your buying needs and habits to be something that you're okay with, taking chances on and being more confident in yourself while looking through these bins, especially regardless of what you're doing. Like me, for example, adding recording into that measure of what I do to source inventory and all that. That 1,000 yard club insert from Tops, I did well on it one time. Honestly, I had it a couple times, probably from this dealer or other vendors or dealers or deals in general that I've done. The big thing is it's a very risky chance on actually getting the amount that you hope for, especially out of a card like that. This is a really cool Peyton Manning EX sighting jersey die cut there. Don't think I ended up getting it probably. It's very difficult, especially considering the 75% price point. Again, it's like $7. You get, let's just say, $1.40, so like $1.75 off. I'm paying $5 and change for that card in particular. It has to be about a $10 card to actually make it worth it for me, especially in a deal like this. I would say, probably closer to $8 or $9 even. The big thing for me too is when I'm looking through, it's difficult to put a price point on where I should grab certain cards at, because I don't really list as much as I'd used to on eBay. It's something I probably really should start to do again and all that, and I probably will here in the future. There's like a new bulk upload eBay feature and all that I can start to, hopefully utilize more and hopefully maximize my actual returns on deals and all that, and maybe just, be okay with taking chances on cards where I wasn't before. Probably a really good idea to do. I just have so much cards that I personally can just say, especially from this vendor already, I have a good bit of backlogged inventory from deals I've done with him that I can actually just list those and start to upload more and more on eBay, where I don't have to particularly buy cards in order to do that. But it is something in the back of my mind. Tim Brown number card I'm going to grab. I don't think I've potentially ever even owned a Tim Brown numbered card, so grab that. Barry Sanders, this is one of those ones. It's a parallel of the Pacific Prism card that I do decent on. I'm surprised I didn't grab the Barry Sanders. I might grab it here potentially. $5. I didn't need one. I have a couple still that I haven't sold, but those surely do sell well for me on eBay. And, trying to find more and more niche stuff for me to sell on there and all that. Like, these are really cool. They're like Pro Bowl holograms from like 19 something or like 2000. This stuff is right up my alley, so I'm going to take a lot of chances on this stuff. There's a lot of really cool cards in there. I don't really see these much. A lot of this stuff is in these value bins are 2000s, like actual 2000s decade, and before that even. There's not much super modern stuff, which is really where I like to be, and really where a lot of the stuff I buy and sell are at decade wise is the 2020 and up, or sometimes I'll go into the 2010s, but this is a lot of where I get my early 2000s and before that card wise. It's really one of those things where it's really difficult to actually fully get every single card, especially with the outlet that I sell on. A lot of people, if I run an entire show of this stuff, will just leave. They're not really super interested. Where I like some of these older stuff, like there's a Julio Jones rookie. I think it's someone else on the card too, potentially, like even maybe AJ Green or something like that. But there's like really cool old school cards that I really like personally, where it's nice to
kind of have a refresher and not just have the same stuff being ran always on my Whatnot stream. So these are Andre Reed rookies, I'm pretty sure. I know I've ran through like a Joe Montana rookie or something like that, and I think it was probably a reprint is my guess, that was in my local card shop value bins. I'm guessing it was a reprint, I'm not too sure, but I figured I'd take a chance there instead of having someone say, you should have grabbed the Andre Reed rookies, or, whatever someone was going to say. But the big thing there is just going to take a chance on some of those potentially. I figured the $1 one was damaged compared to the $2 one. If they were all $1 ones, I probably would just for surely grabbed all of them, not just thought about it for a second. But it's really difficult because when you're piling up all these cards, you really have no idea if you're, spending way overboard or anything like that. I've kind of gotten better at, gauging my actual value of the lot as I, stockpile them more and more and do more and more deals, obviously. It was kind of a little lower than I thought sticker-wise, to be honest, or I might have grabbed some more cards, but typically I usually grab more or less a lot of $1 stuff, and then those $15 ones, those double-digit ones, were kind of throwing me off. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was a little higher sticker-wise than what I was really thinking even. It was like, it came out to like $1,000 nearly total sticker. The big thing is I didn't pay that much. I put back like 300 or so, 200 some odd dollars of sticker value, and then I got the 75% and a little more off the Kurt Warners too. So I ended up paying like, I think it was like $440 for the deal. I have like the sticker on the card there. I did grab those Michael Irvin super rookies there. The big thing for me is to refine my pile here. I haven't really been separating this pile, so you'll kind of see me go through in a second here and more or less pick out the cards that I think are probably too high for me personally to make money on, and then try to pick out the ones that I think are perfect for sticker, and I start doing that here. So while I'm doing this, I'm kind of gonna pick and choose out. I think I put back that Tyrann Mathieu. It just didn't really make much sense to grab a $1 base insert from Select when I had the Topps Chrome Refractor pretty much for $1 or $2. It just didn't make much sense to me. So I put those back. Andre Reeds, I contemplate putting those back, or like the $2 ones again here. I think I put them to the side real quick. I think I did end up putting back the $2 ones. I just figured the $1 one is fine with me. I'll take a chance, see how that does. And in the future, if I know that Andre Reed had a little bit of hype to him in my Whatnot stream, I'll take a chance at $2 more often than not. John Taylor, sorry. Very cool card. Probably one that I think I took a chance on potentially. I'm not too sure. I have to go through and make that video still. It looks like I kind of just did. I did take a chance there and just said, screw it, why not? And I got 2 more rows there to go through here at the end. One of the things I'm going to do is upgrade my phone here in the near future. Probably end up getting a microphone too. So hopefully the audio quality becomes better and better also. And then I got to probably try to buy another cheap ring light. The thing about me paying up for the ring light I just got is it's a little worse for video quality compared to live selling. It's perfect for live selling because it's like super bright and the card doesn't like get those rings from the ring light and have it be a bother. But the cheaper ones just kind of don't do that as much because of how bad it was. But yeah, so I kind of just, pick and choose some of the cards here at the end. I'm kind of more or less at this point just wanting it to be over. Although I like looking through value bins, it gets a lot, especially when I know I'm going to get, it's going to be more or less, I'm not able to get price points down to where I really am happy with, where, the vendor might be happy at the end of it, but, I might have been more happy or more willing to pick and choose where, like this card I'm gonna grab. I think for sure, like that's just really cool felt, like carpet almost texture, and then the acetate also with it, and Rich Gannon Pro Bowl, pretty sure patch there. Like if I could end up, knowing I was gonna get a little bit of stuff with higher upside, so like in a deal where I'm gonna be able to find a $100 card, or I'm gonna be able to find that 50, 60, 80, some odd dollar cards, or multiple of them even, or like $20, $30, all those add up. So when you're considering doing your value bins and all that, consider that, because someone like me, I had a deal walk up. You guys have even seen it. I might pop up a screenshot up here real quick. It was like a whole bunch of Prism numbered cards. I mean, I am into that deal for $500. I pretty much paid $60 less, and I probably have more cards and more higher dollar cards also than I did in this deal. So for me, it makes more sense to hold off and to not buy stuff, also to like overspend and then wait for deals like that to come and present themselves to me. So it really is one of those things where, although some of these cards I put back that I probably potentially could have made a profit on in the long run, it's really, I'm not gonna find a card that's probably worth $100 in here, where a potential deal where I'm just buying out a collection, I could find a card that I bought I found a Lane Johnson insert from Optic Don Russ. It's a $90 card last sale. I got that card for $1, and now I spent like $200 pretty much into the rest of the lot for $120. That in the long run will actually help me out more, I feel like, than potentially, making here and there little tiny bits of profit. But at the same time, those little profits do help out and all that, especially when cupping them together, pairing them together with the deals like that, where I might potentially find a $80 card for less than $1, or just an example there, or $100 deal in a deal where $100 card in a deal where I'm profitable just off of the smaller stuff. That's really where the coupling together of those two can pay off in the long run. It's a pairing of those two, potentially finding some eBay stuff and all that, growing that aspect too is an unhidden value there, especially in the long run. Like if I grow my eBay, which I really need to do here in the next near future here, but I kind of want to do a little higher dollar value to set a higher dollar value of cards and all that, or like certain cards I might not be able to get that premium for, or it's a little difficult to say what I might not be able to get a premium for or what, but I know growing that aspect of eBay will be a nice little cushion for me. I need to do that, something that is pretty much inevitable for me at the current point I am in. I have a lot of cards and I have a lot of cards coming in. I have a lot of cards that I will be buying in the future too. So I'm not worried about inventory per se, but I'm worried about keeping inventory. Obviously, I have a lot of different avenues to go and source cards and all that. It's just more or less the aspect of keeping a nice balance between selling cards and stocking up on cards, and then knowing the avenues I have of selling them and maximizing my total outreach and output of the dollar that I spend, and potentially even increasing my sourcing abilities. There's a whole basketball and baseball cards and boxes I haven't even looked through for, like, the football one could be the least good box that I know. I haven't looked through the baseball or the basketball here much at all. Obviously, I'm more a football guy. If I had the avenue of selling on whatnot with the baseball and basketball, I would probably, buy out a lot of his basketball and baseball stuff. I need to learn baseball more. Basketball, I'm a little more well versed in. It's just something that I need to do for myself too. There's really cool inserts from those 90s, 2000s, early 2000s. Keyshawn Johnson, like star date 2000. Gonna probably try to take a chance on that. $2. It's just a really cool insert. I'm sure I could have grabbed some more stuff earlier on too. Travis Kelce numbered. I should grab that one. It was a little thicker stock. I think there probably was something wrong with the top of the card stock or something or the other, so I decided not to do it. Honestly, I probably should have just grabbed it still. Not too sure why I didn't. I was probably more or less worried. Or it was super high number, like $5.99 or something like that, $3.99, where I don't think it would have fully mattered, and then also mess up my shipping standard and practices, all that too. So we're kind of wrapping it up here. I might just let you guys enjoy the noises of just the value bins here at the end of it, but I appreciate you very much for watching this. Take it easy with me, and I hope I see you in the next one. Take it easy.